Welcome to Full Monty Coding. This is your boy Charles. If you want to learn more coding techniques, be sure to hit that subscribe button. In this video, we'll be going over an algorithm called bubble sort. I'll be giving a brief explanation on how it works and do some coding. So let's go ahead and get after it. There are multiple types of sorting algorithms used. There's merge sort, heap sort, quick sort, and bubble sort. These are usually used on large lists, and depending on time complexity and space, it will determine what algorithm is best for your program. We use these sorting algorithms so that we can arrange the elements in a particular order. So we can search for elements easier, like a dictionary, for example. If all the words were randomly placed, it would be very difficult to find the word that you're actually looking for. So that's why we sort everything. Bubble sort is a simple algorithm to understand, and it is used to sort any array of elements. Bubble sort has a couple different time complexities. If it runs and loops through each element in the array twice, then it will be big O of n squared. If there's only one iteration because the array is most likely sorted, then the complexity is O of n. But usually bubble sort is big O of n squared and doesn't take extra space. There are better sorting algorithms to use that have better complexity, but it is good to learn to have a better understanding. To show you how bubble sort actually works, we got some bubbles with different values. The bigger bubble will always rise to the top faster, and then followed by all the other bubbles. So 21 will rise up faster, then 18, and then 9. For a linear view, I got this. We have a list of numbers. Bubble sort starts with the first number and then checks the next number. And then since 16 is smaller than 33, 33 is going to check the next number. And then it's going to swap. And it's going to continue with 33 and check with the next number over. And then it'll swap. And it's going to do this all the way over until the bigger number gets to the end, which is 33. Then it's going to start all over, check 16 with 21. And since 21 is bigger than 16, it's going to check with 3 and then swap. And then it's going to continue doing this all the way till 21 gets to its position. Starts all over, wash and repeat until all the numbers are in order. Let's go ahead and start coding now. I am using Replit this time. It's found at replit.com. You can create a free account and it can save all your projects as well. So first thing, we're going to create a list. Let's call it nums. And we're going to set this equal to a bunch of numbers. So 16, 33, 21, 3, 12, and 18. We're going to make a print statement so we can print out our numbers. And let's go ahead and run it. So here's our display of numbers. Now let's create another variable that is going to give us the size of the list. And we'll call it nums size. And we're going to set that equal to the length of nums. We're using the len function to give us the size of our list. Go ahead and print num size out again. We're going to go ahead and run it. So it displays our list and how many elements are in the list. Now let's create a loop that iterates through each index. we'll make a for loop using j as our variable, and we're going to use the range function for num size. We need -1 because once the largest number swaps with the last number, there is no number left to check. Let's do another print and see how many times this is going to iterate. Let's run it. So there's our list, our size of our list, and is going to loop through each index, stopping at index number 4. Let's start swapping, and to do this, we make an if statement. If nums in index j is greater than nums in index j plus 1, we're going to swap and we're using this cool little swapping technique in Python, which you could find on one of my other videos for swapping variables. We'll make another print and check out our output. So you can see it started with index 0, and since index 0 is less than index 1, it moved to index 1, swapped them, and continued to check until it reached the end. So if we take out -1 up here in this loop, and when we run it, it's going to give us an index out of range error because it thinks it needs to check one more time, which nothing is there to check. So let's go ahead and run it and see the error. So there's our error because it wants to check in index 5, which there's no more index 5. Let's go ahead and put this back in. So now we need to make this so it will do this process until all the numbers are in order. We can do this by repeating this process and creating another for loop using I as the variable, and we'll do in range, and I'll do a different way of putting the range function, and we'll use the length. So just to show you that we don't have to make a variable for num size. And we're going to wrap all this inside that for loop. Let's run it and check our output. So you can see at the bottom here, the loop it continues to check the numbers that are still in order. So how do we make this more efficient? In the inner loop, in the range function, we can put a -I, meaning it will not continue the last number that was in the right order. We'll run it again and check it out. Now it just checks the remaining numbers only. What if the numbers are already in order? Let's make a bool variable and we'll call it in order, and we'll put it in our outer loop. And we're going to set that flag to equal true. And in our inner loop, we need to set the flag to equal false. So it's going to keep running as long as the numbers are not in order. And now we need to break out of the loop once it is in order and make an if statement. If in order, we're going to break. Let's make another list that is in order. We'll call it nums again. It'll reset the variable since I'm putting it after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's run it. So it's just going to go through the outer loop, one iteration. It's just going to go through the whole loop one time. It checks that it's in order, and then since it's in order, it's going to break out of the loop. And in our output, it shows our list, the size of our list, and it's going through each one and checking each one. And to finish this off, let's turn this into a function. We'll come up here, make def bubble, and we'll put in nums. Let's put this all in there. And call the function. And we're going to clear these guys out. And we'll just copy this here. Now let's go ahead and run it. And there you have it. Hope you like this video. If you do, hit that like button, share, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'll keep these videos coming. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helps. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any recommendations for other coding lessons or have any questions, leave a comment.